All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream and another exciting episode of Eberron, Ashes of the Last War. I'm Obsidia, everybody's favorite Death Knight, and the DM of this game. We are going to do, as is classical tradition, we're going to do a round the table introductions before doing a single announcement, which is just as you can see, we are raising money during the month of February for Trans Lifeline. You can type in !charity into chat if you want more information and or to donate. It's a trans suicide prevention and support network. Every little bit counts. That was my announcement. I just cut to the chase. And then finally, we're going to do a brief session recap before we jump in for none other than the Ashes of the Last War beach episode. Let's go. So first up, we have everybody's pretty kitty, Paige the Mage.
Yeah, that's me. Hi guys, my name is Yulia. I go by Royal Knight VT on both Twitch and Twitter. My schedule's been all over the place, but I swear we do really fun JRPGs and we play a lot of Skyrim and I play Dungeons and Dragons with these amazing people. So come check me out if you like a bunch of crazy chaos and silliness. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, thank you, Yulia. I'm sorry, I read a message, a very cursed message in one of the discords about Yulia, and I lost composure.
No!
Next up, we have Der Fruhenlingen Kugenbären.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I went to IKEA today, and this is confusing me.
Where's my blush? Or however you say blush.
Blush.
I don't. Whatever it is. The shark. The cute shark.
Anyway.
Blow high. It's pronounced blow high.
Yes, that.
Blow high. I'll show you a blow high.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
I'm the best at intros. I always create the fun. Anyways. Hello everybody, my name is Lily. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Lily Faywood. We'll swear to God I will be getting back into streaming now that this cold is mostly over. But for now, I'm still kind of recovering from that. But I'm very happy to be here playing D&D with these lovely folks. So yeah.
Thank you, Lily. Always appreciated. Next up, we have our horniest, well, not even our horniest party member anymore. We now have a second set of horns via Malral. So one of our many horny party members, we have Jubilee.
No, my title! I've lost the crown. All right, hello everyone, I'm Maris. I'm on a bit of a rebranding hiatus at the moment, so while that is going on, you can always find me here on Obs' channel as well as Litro's channel playing disastrously by characters. So, enjoy the beach episode. There's gonna be a lot of disaster by energy today.
Hell yeah, we love our queers and we love them to be disastrous. Thank you, Maris. Next up, we have Litro on the Beachtro, Malral.
Hey, I'm Litro the Bronze. I am going to be playing Malral tonight, and don't worry, Jubilee, your horns are much bigger than mine, I can tell.
Hey yo.
Hey yo, well hung Jubilee, let's go.
You have the bigger horns, but I have the bigger tits.
Got him.
Do not argue this.
Yep. That dad bod is too strong. Real alpha tier booba. Thank you, Litro. And last but never least, we have Cess the Best, sometimes a mess.
Always a mess. I'm really good at faking it, but my life is a complete fucking disaster. Please send help. They keep putting cat ears on me, man. Also, it's me, Sif. Hi, I do art. I play games. In fact, I am doing art right now with lots of love. Hopefully the flats will be done for today. But yeah, aside from that, very, very happy to be here.
Thank you.
Wait, Obs, I'm sorry. One more announcement. Raf's video, if we want to plug that.
Yeah, you can post it in chat. I don't have a link on me, but yes, several of these wonderful people were in an Icon game last week which was ridiculous. And their DM, everybody's favorite deep-voiced, sultry knight errant Raphael, made a silly video compilation of what went down. So go check it out. Sif just posted it in chat. All right, so I made my announcement about Trans Lifeline. Please feel free to do it. Once again, type in exclamation point charity into the stream, and it'll take you right to my Tilify about it. We've raised currently $1,070.05. We start out with a $500 goal, so it's been very awesome. Every little bit counts, and I appreciate it. Now, previously on Eberron, Ashes of the Last War, our plucky group of adventurers found themselves in the city of Flamekeep in Thrain, where they were going to receive the reward for their previous quest and also have an opportunity to meet the Pope of the Silver Flame, the Keeper of the Flame, who they had thought they had met previously, but it turns out it was actually a changeling. So upon meeting, entering the Grand Hall, the changeling that had been a part of this operation was promptly grilled and attacked verbally by the Cardinals of the Flame for basically running an operation without telling the rest of the government and church about it. And they wanted them basically stripped of their position and banished into obscurity. The party rose to their defense, gave some pitches as to why they were doing their job and they saved lives, and that should be taken into consideration. And as the factions began squabbling, the Keeper entered, gave some consoling words to everybody, and she then basically proposed a compromise wherein Asharin, the changeling, would be offered to serve the United Houses Directorate, the organization that hires the contract adventurers, as a way of helping smooth over the diplomatic harm caused by basically bamboozling the Directorate by luring their contractors into a mission that was not within the original parameters of the contract. Then they also asked if the party would be basically willing to take them in and show them the ropes. To which the party did agree, and with that they departed Flamekeep with some great cheering and applause by literally no one, because they're not terribly well liked by the Cardinals. And they returned to Sharn, where Cess had a heart-to-heart with her father figure coach, who gave her one last going-away present for her career, which was a championship belt to make her strong and to give her an edge in the coming trials, in that she made him proud, and he was proud to have her as his student. And she gave him a big stack of cash to start his own school and try and actually sustain himself so that he and Paige's mage teacher can get married, even though they're both tsunderays. With that, the party then returned to Greywall aboard the train. Fruling and Asharin had a bit of a conversation based on their shared histories, where Asharin was originally working for the Seekers of the Flame, hunting Fruling, and Fruling has been working to kill the Seekers of the Flame, and so it's been a bit of an oddity to have them working on the same side, a buddy cop movie when. But despite Fruling's best efforts to try and pry out some additional information, apparently Asharin is much cagier when they're not putting on a front for acting very friendly and everything, and so they still have not quite accrued enough trust in the party and in Fruling to be able to open up more about themselves and the trauma of their childhood working for the cult. And then arriving in Greywall, Lily was greeted by the party returning with not one, but two new faces for them to be in the house. But these people are much nicer and less scary than Paint was. And so Lily took them in. Malral became acquainted with Lily and the other companions, who all seem very amiable towards them. And everybody kind of hunkered in. Jubilee and Cess had a date day about town. Malral and Sylvana bonded over making mithril armor and talking about their past a bit and what Seer was like and some of the heroes that have since fallen from grace were like. And the party just kind of had some time to recollect and relax after the intensity of their time in Thrain. And with all of that taken into consideration, we start once again, where you guys wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy as Lily approaches you all at the breakfast table.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, good morning, Lily. How are you?
I'm good, Master Malral, but I have something to report to you all.
Yeah, shoot.
Everything okay?
Well, yes, it's okay. It's just a little concerning. I just received a letter from the governor himself.
Okay.
It says that you've all been invited, because of your service to the city of Greywall. You've been invited to a beach excursion, at one of his private lakes.
Oh, like a vacation. Well, I mean, that's awful nice.
He says that you will be attending along with the Champions of Greywall, and there will be carriages provided for you all tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Sounds like quite the fun trip.
It's
What
so
beach?
sudden, though. Are
Oh,
we
gosh,
actually
I didn't pack swimwear.
What's a beach?
Oh, darling.
What? Wait, hold on. Sometimes I have a hard time figuring out if you're joking or not. Are you serious?
Like,
You've
do they
never
mean
been to, like-
BITCH? Because, like,
No.
You've never
Beach
been
is
to,
in
like, a shoreline before? You've never seen the ocean?
no, we don't have an ocean in Shan on account of it being, a landlocked city.
You've
I mean,
never
we
even
know
heard what a beach is?
well, we know what a beach
Wait.
is. We just have never gone to one.
Y'all
Unless you mean
never
like the
gone
little.
to a beach or
Oh.
like a lake or.
They have a community pool,
Yeah,
but
we
can't really go to that a lot of times.
Just imagine
Oh.
that community pool, but very big. And rather than a sign that says no running on the edge of the water, it's just like a mile's worth of sand.
I'm
It could be
surprised that's so.
sand or like a bunch of pebbles or it's really nice.
I'm surprised that you've never been to a beach or anything like that, considering that Sean is on the water.
I mean, it's surrounded by walls. I mean, typically you don't go out of Shan unless you don't want to be in Shan, and we live there, so.
Fair enough. No, it's just pretty surprising.
Well, now I feel like we have to go so y'all can experience it.
Is there like a catch-22 with this? I feel like a free. I mean, this whole living situation has been feeling like a cat. There's definitely a catch somewhere because like we don't. I'm gonna keep it real with you. She like tries to talk away from Lily. I don't know what the fuck we do for this town, but we're living off of taxpayer money, aren't we?
I mean, this is more of a generous invitation, like I view this as, a reward for everything we've done. I mean, we've been working hard. I think, you're always telling me to, take a break. Well, this is a good chance to do so. We can all take a break.
All right. Yeah, sure, whatever. That sounds neat. Question: you mentioned clothing before.
Yeah, I mean, you need swim attire if you want to go in. Otherwise, your clothes will just get wet and heavy, and it's generally unpleasant. But if you have the right kind of clothing, it's kind of water resistant. So,
What kind of clothing?
uh, Well, really, it could be anything. I know some people like to, show a bit more skin. Myself, I tend to stay a little more covered up so I don't get, too sunburnt. But it can really be whatever you want. I mean, I didn't pack anything with me. I didn't expect I would need it, so we'd have to probably go out and buy some.
Oh, if you need swimsuits, the governor did provide this voucher. It says just show it to any shop and they will provide you with whatever you want to wear.
Oh, well, that is awfully generous. I mean, we could have gotten our own swimsuits, but
I don't need one of those. I think I still got my old one back when I was younger. I'm sure it still fits.
I feel like my danger sense going up. I feel like we have to get him one. Also, I guess shopping in general would be nice, yeah? So everyone in the house is going, right? Like Kai, Larissa, Sylvana. Is Asharon here at the table, out of character?
Yeah, they'll be there. They're just they just don't really talk much. They kind of just it's very much like if you're not actually like looking at them or thinking about them, they just seem to kind of disappear from your presence.
I out of character. If no one is looking at Asharon, Says is looking at Asharon. Asharon, do you wanna come to a public get together at a beach?
I will follow you if you need me.
well, I mean,
Sounds like a yes. With
it
extra
might be
steps.
it might be a good opportunity for us to get to know you and you to get to know us, as well as some of the other people that we work with.
If all else fails, there are certainly many of influential folks that will be joining us.
Sharon kind of
Kind of makes me a little nervous, though.
I cannot believe this, but none of you have been. So neither of you have been to a beach or anything like that.
Kind of
Well, they have a
luxury.
chance now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. But also, we are cat shifters. It's kind of a thing.
Don't you go posting that on me and the
I'm-
other cat shifters. Just because I could swim better than you in the pool.
Mhm.
Come on, it'll be fine. You have a fairly useful flotation device that I don't really have, so don't worry about it.
Sylvana chokes on her coffee for a second.
Syl, you good?
Sorry. Whew, I just guess it went down the wrong pipe.
Okay, well,
Well-
let us know if you need any mouth-to-mouth or anything. Anyways,
She
Larissa
starts coughing more.
Larissa would probably know where the best beach
Cure wounds.
where repair throat.
Larissa will grab the voucher off the table and jump on top of the table holding it proudly and go, sounds like we need a shopping spree.
Okay, well, it sounds like Larissa is most certainly interested in joining us. Cashin, would you like to join us on this trip?
Every warrior needs an opportunity to unwind and relax before the next time they put their life on the line.
That's what
Wait. We're forgetting somebody. Someone very integral to our group. Lily, do you want to come with us?
Yes, Lily. Oh, you absolutely have to come after everything you've done for us.
Is there a voucher for her?
It's just a voucher for all of you
Ah,
guys.
okay.
It's one of those things that nobody's gonna ask questions. It's like a carte blanche.
My man gave us a blank check and we're giving her made of bikini. Let's go.
I don't know. Like, I feel like this isn't intended for me.
Well, hold on. If I'm reading
Oh,
this
but
right,
Lily, you would look so cute.
there's that. You would look cute. And besides, I mean, whether or not this means you're including that, we can bring you. And you deserve a break as much as we do, you know?
Absolutely.
Jeez, I don't know.
Lily, when's the last time you had a day off?
She kind of looks side to side.
If you have to think about it this hard, it is high time for a day off, and you are coming. And you are not lifting a finger, no serving, no fanning us in the shade or whatever, just nothing. You are not doing a thing except enjoying yourself.
Oh, jeez.
She puts her face in her hands, blushing.
I wonder if Maggie would like to come.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what? Let's go invite people. Magnolia. Who else could we get? Could we ask the speaker of the flame? And like says this as like a half joke, and the other half is like, I hope Asharon doesn't fucking shoot me.
I don't know if the Pope could be troubled to come and mingle with us at the lake, but
I don't think it would be appropriate.
It was a fun idea. Maybe next time we visit, we'll tell them about it and see if there's a beach up there or something. Who else? No one's really coming to mind, but I feel out of character. If there's someone else that we could invite, I'm gonna feel bad if we forget.
There is one person you can invite, but I'm gonna tell you that 100% they're gonna say no.
Ray, I'll ask Ray on the way back.
I'm sure that'll go well.
There's no way she could say no. I mean, it's just a bunch of sand. I don't really think she'll care. I think she'll enjoy this sunbathing out in sand. I mean, what effect could that have on her? And like the sea breeze too. I mean, that's not known for damaging metal or anything.
Yes, I'm sure a person with metal limbs is really gonna enjoy getting all the grit and sand inside of them as they
I can make her some wood.
Oh, you're improving her with wood.
It's better than
Cess
metal.
druid hours. But yes, you can ask her. She will tell you no.
I'll still go for it.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
With all of that, you could just do you guys just want to hop to your shopping spree?
Yes.
Okay.
Go.
Cess, you attempt to approach Ray about it, and she gives you that constantly angry, judgmental look from half of her face, and she says, "No."
Well, if
Damn.
you change your mind, just let us know before tomorrow.
Her lip curls up in disgust. But yeah, with that, Larissa holding your guys' voucher as she swings it around as she struts in front of you guys, and she goes, "So, like, I know this really good, like, tailor. They've always been really expensive. So, like, I never really saw them unless I convinced somebody to buy me stuff. But, like, with this, I think, like, anything could be attainable. So, yeah."
Spending taxpayer dollars on expensive drip. We live in the dream.
And she takes you to a large, it is a large fancy store in the fancy part of town, like where Cryotrixia lives. And it is Talion's Tailor is the name of the store.
What's their name again? What's the name again?
Talion. Talion.
I thought you said Italian for a second.
No, it's not Italian.
It's an Italian tailor.
See? It's not copyrighted. It's Italian. And when you enter, you see a actual changeling in their true form, standing behind a counter. wearing a kind of like loose flowing robe of like a tie-dye rainbow technicolor like robe. And their silvery eyes light up as they see you guys enter in such quantities. And Larissa slams down the voucher on the counter and says, "So we have this, and it says that we can get maximum drip." Well, it holds up the voucher, holds it up to the light to see if it's counterfeit, looks at it a few times, and then promptly puts it under a table and takes out a magical like piece of paper where a pen just floats over it and starts writing down a list of costs. It goes, "Well, I am Talion, and I will be guiding you through your clothing experience. What exactly are we looking for tonight?"
Pushes
Well,
Juby to the front.
The lot of us were looking to get some swimwear. We've got a couple of first timers though who've never been to a waterfront vacation. So be sure to take excellent care of these two and their particular design needs.
Oh, and they look Paige and Cess very scrutinizingly up and down, and they go, "Oh, well, I think that we can have a fantastic journey together as I get all of your assets properly accentuated." And
This is a part of the process, do not worry.
with that, who would like to go first in their design of their swimsuit?
Obs?
Yeah.
Do they have like other clothes out as part of the tailor?
Yeah,
Like,
they've
as
got
part
like
of-
normal people clothes as well as clothing attire, like for swimsuits.
Cez is gonna ask Larissa to show her some of the more beachwear stuff on display so that she can come up with ideas for her to give to the tailor
Okay.
when she's ready.
Yeah, Larissa will do a guided tour of explaining what swimsuits are, like materials and stuff and designs. And she is definitely leans much more towards the racy side of things, but she gives you kind of more dismissively, she'll talk about more covering materials and cuts. But yeah, so she'll give you the basic show. And the changeling will change their appearance to basically model the clothes for you, in addition to mirrors.
Okay. Oh, I just wasn't going first. I didn't want to go
Okay.
first. I just wanted to stress that that's says is doing research.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to just pick specifically a person who I know has an outfit design ready, which is Fruling.
All right.
Get in
Sounds
there.
good. So Prue will kind of walk up to them and say, "So, not exactly a swimsuit from me, but I would like to have a lovely little beach outfit, if you don't mind. I was thinking some things that had a bit of a open back, bit of a wrap around the front to hold up the girls, and meeting a bit around the waist, and then making sure to keep a lot of room open so that way the legs can have a lot of breathing room, and window for them to walk through to accentuate the size and all sorts of things. Does that make sense?"
Oh, excellent, excellent taste. Give me one moment. And so they start looking through some things, and then they take out a wand and gesture over some materials and come up with a pure white. It makes kind of an X cross section across your chest, and it's a long flowing skirt that the cross section connects to. And then they look at you for a moment, and then you see the skirt peel up to expose the legs, so it becomes kind of a tri-length skirt with a long white strip down the front, covering up the crotch, with then a flowing side skirt that goes just to the sides of your knees and hips, and looks at you and does a little flourish on it for seasonal changes as a kind of design on the right over the right breast.
Ah, that is so lovely. Do you, by any chance, I apologize, I will be very willing to pay any sort of extra. Do you have a large sun hat, a white sun hat to go with this?
Oh, of course, and trust me, it's included with your voucher. As you see the magic pen just writing down more gold numbers on this piece of paper. And
I will not spare any expense for this kind of thing.
the changeling gives you a big smile. I love a customer who knows just what they want. And they get out a big floppy white sun hat that coordinates with your outfit.
Fabulous. Now, for the rest of you, you do not exactly have to have something like this. Generally, it's a bit more exposed, but you know, sundresses, especially at beaches like this, can really go a long way to show off your assets.
He's writing something down in her journal. Like, got it.
You taking notes on this?
It's so I don't forget. I'm nervous.
Okay.
Would you like me to put it on so that way you can get a better idea?
If you want to, I mean, I would like to see it, or I mean, I'm going to see it. So, but...
No peeking then?
No, of course not.
Gladly. We'll take it and step towards the back.
Okay. And so you change into it?
I'm not going to change into
Okay.
it. I'm going to keep it as a surprise.
Okay.
I also forgot to mention, they would have requested there be at least like some sort of notch to be able to holster their hand crossbow. But
Okay.
yes,
God.
Okay.
You know I keep that
They cannot let
motherfucking
it go.
thing on
They
me.
They,
cannot let it go.
they include kind of a side strap of leather over the
Perfect.
waist for it.
That's all I need.
And then the Larissa is gonna stride forward, and she goes, "I want something that like accentuates everything great about me," and like kind of just puts herself in like full plumage out. And the changeling goes, "I think I know exactly what to do for you." And the changeling moves their wand and then comes out looking like Larissa with a very, very small blue bikini with a kind of lightning bolt style design on it. And this thing is being kept on by hopes and prayers. That's what you can tell.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Pretty standard, if you ask me.
That's standard.
It can be if you're feeling brave enough.
I mean, Juby, you okay? You've been inside a locker room before, right? You
A
alright?
what? A what now?
I ain't the stupid one anymore. I mean, you've seen other girls dress up and stuff, yeah?
Not like this.
This is your opportunity to show off what you have in a place that is more open and accepting. And besides, I do not think that we'll be having any other people other than the ones that you know at this beach.
I mean, we don't really know. I mean, out of character, that invite say other NPCs like Venom Spite would be coming or something
Yeah,
like
it's,
that?
I think I did say that specifically. It's
Mhm.
going to
And,
involve
like,
the Champions of
other-
Greywall,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
you
we
know
don't
is
really
Venom
know.
Spite, Hecate, and Cryotrixia. So presumably also Cleotrixia.
Yeah, we don't really know Venom Spite all that well, so I don't know how comfortable I'd be wearing something like this in front of them, but that's their problem, not mine.
Well, it certainly shows off everything, doesn't it, Larissa?
Larissa has a big smile as she approaches and like grabs the tiefling and kind of shakes their boobs for a second, that because they're looking like Larissa, and goes, "Yeah, this seems like it'll be good enough if I start flying."
Just be careful with moving and breathing and just careful.
Should be you okay? I mean, Larissa ain't gonna be the only. Sylvana, Paige, looks at Fru for a second. You know what, Juby? You're allowed to panic.
What could that possibly mean?
You fucking know what it means, Fru. Don't ask me to explain basic shit that you already know.
I'm just dressing the way that I would if I were going to a beach. Thank you very much.
And that is fine. I am just saying it is understandable for Juby to feel the way that she feels.
The changeling will revert back to their normal form as they go back and take off the outfit and stuff and go, does anybody else have any particular ideas about what they want to do?
If no one's going next, has a few sketches done in her little like smithing book and rips them out and just hands them over to him and says, keep this a little surprise for now. I do have a flair for the dramatic, and I'd like to impress everybody day of.
Oh, looks at the sketches and kind of, you see them doing like some mental math and stuff as they kind of bop their wand along with it, and goes, "Okay, yes, I think I can do this. If you want it kept secret, I will have it created in the back and just provided to you in a package."
That'd be appreciated, thank you.
Surprise.
Well, I mean, listen, Juby, the way you're reacting to everybody, I kind of want to see that at the beach, when you see mine.
I don't think my reaction was anything out of the ordinary. I mean,
Still doesn't mean it isn't enjoyable to see.
Sure thing, pink cheeks.
Well, I mean, my cheeks are always pink, but
Oh, a little bit more than usual, so.
Yeah, when we get to know you for a while, we can tell when you blush. I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, Malral is asking the shopkeeper a few questions, waiting for them to see what they can find.
Oh, now here's the question, Malral. Do you want the shopkeeper to model it for you, or would you like to model it?
I'll model it.
Okay, so
either way, we're in trouble.
Talion takes Malral out back and kind of says, like, "Are you sure you wish to go with this particular cut?"
Well, if I could pull it off when I was younger, I can pull it off now for sure.
I find your nostalgia for the past admirable. All right, yes, we can do this. Just give me one moment. And you hear some magical sounds, and Talia goes, you certainly bear it triumphantly. Do you wish to just keep it, or do you want to show it your companions?
Sure, I'll go ahead and show it off. I'm sure they'll all be impressed.
Okay. As Talion leads Malral out, for a moment, it looks as if Malral is completely naked, as you see their large, scaled gut hanging down. Obviously there's muscles underneath all of those scales. But as you look closer, you see that there is a noble piece of fabric that is striving with every fiber of its being to contain that Dragonborn's genitals, as it is forming a strenuous tie around their body. And there is little left to the imagination, but just enough for For security.
Juby would not even be able to like control her reaction. She is covering her eyes like, oh my god!
How about it? Huh?
You're supposed to put the swimsuit on before you come out.
What are you talking about? I do have it on. Same size as when I was younger.
Are you sure you want to double check?
Yeah, there is a thog that is truly earning every gold of its creation. You ever get the vibe of like like a Russian oligarch at a beach? That's kind of the vibe of this thong.
More
Just
bolts than
looking-
I would have
looking
pegged you
away.
for.
Not making any eye contact, not even close. Like at the very end.
Juby is gonna turn to Paige like, for the record, you absolutely do not have to show this much skin. Just please wear whatever
Everyone is showing so
I-
much skin. Are
I
you
know,
sure?
but that's not.
Are we not supposed to wear any clothes?
No, you absolutely are supposed to.
Larissa gives you a big thumbs up. Malral and goes, "Nice, looking good. Show it off, flaunt it."
He returns the thumbs up, turns to the storekeep. I like it. I'll take it. And turns around, showing his cheeks.
His
as he
big
walks
scaly cheeks.
Get behind me, girls.
Scrambles behind Fru.
We're gonna see this tomorrow. You know, Fru can't be the wall forever. So
It's
I
not about
would.
that. It's about the facts that say need to get used to it.
You sure you don't want to like wear like a little veil down there, like a little like veil cloth you can wrap around it when you're not in the water, so you don't, affront the eyes of the honored, nobles that are gonna be there.
I know you're not talking to me because I know I look amazing.
Yeah, but a lot of people clearly aren't ready for your level of amazingness, so she grabs like a fitting like orange and like white floral like veil and tosses it towards him and says, you sure you don't want to wrap that around your waist?
So,
At least when you're out of the water.
Nah. I'll have
I
an
did my
apron.
best. Oh god. There is going to be a child at this beach. I am letting you know that right now. A child.
yeah.
Okay, I've done all I
The
can.
thing is, I've been to public beaches before where I've seen even worse.
Yeah, Larissa just, fucking gives you a chair, goes, "I love the body confidence. Don't let the cat tell you that you're anything less than amazing."
Thanks, Larissa.
I ain't trying to shut him down. It's just, whoo, like it's just a lot.
And with that, that will be Malral. Does either Paige or Jubilee wish to go next, or would you like another NPC to go first?
I think Paige can finally build up a little bit of courage, considering both Jubilee and Fru are helping out, so she'll give a nod. She'll kind of follow Sessa's kind of example where she doodled a little bit of a bathing suit in her journal, and walks over to the changeling. I would like, if you don't mind, something a little bit more fuller, if you know what I mean. Just not like that. And she shows a picture of a bathing suit it's a full bathing suit, but it kind of wraps around the neck and has a little like bow on the back, almost like a collar-esque.
Oh,
And the only thing that's really revealing is just the small triangle in the middle of the chest.
okay. So you got more boob window, collared
Yep.
boob windows, one piece. I gotcha.
Yes.
Wait, does Paige make this design known?
No, she'll kind of
Okay.
like
You're delaying the inevitable.
So
Got it.
you show it to the changeling will make it, but much like Cess, you want to reveal it later.
she's just kind of embarrassed to show it.
Mhm.
So not so much like a grand reveal as much
Gotcha.
as here's something I've been kind of doodling and it kind of looks cute. So and it's probably like black. She'll go
Okay.
just yeah.
Yeah, the changeling will try it on for you when you're in the back, so you get a idea about how it's going to look and stuff. And you feel like they did a great job recreating your artwork. So we've got another package swimsuit, not to bestow upon the whole party yet. Sylvana will go. I used to do some swimming at the university. Maybe we could do like a racing suit. It'd be black with just red stripes along the side. And the changeling goes, I think I understand what you're trying to do perfectly. One moment. And you see Sylvana and them go out behind the curtain, and you hear some magical words, and then you see Sylvana come out wearing this one-piece, like, very form-fitting racing suit.
Says does like the cat call whistle.
My goodness.
Says!
I'm an honest cat. What can I say?
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I just I didn't want to, I didn't want to. She kind of looks over at Larissa. I didn't want to go like, totally revealing, but I think this does suit me. And she looks over at Malral as she says that, as a da-dum-tsh.
I know what you mean.
Suit me? Get it? Get it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll never say this ever again. And she like skitters back behind the curtain.
Good joke,
I think she's improving. Keep it up. You'll be a jokester in my level soon.
Kaisha just, basically will grab the changeling by the collar of their robe and pull them in the back. And says some stuff to them, and then promptly comes back out behind the curtain, not wearing their swimsuit. All right, I've made my order.
Is yours gonna be a surprise too?
No, but I feel no reason to just try it on now.
Yeah.
Leaves just you, Lily, and Sharon.
Yeah, I guess I can go next. Well, I usually wear a particular sort of outfit when I go swimming. Like a high collar, big poofy sleeves with trim on it, and with a a knee length skirt to protect my skin.
Wait.
And
Hold on. Juby, you just talked about how you taking a note from me and wanting to, go out a little more. I mean, come on, you're not going to let me and Larissa have all the fun, are you?
well, it's very practical. I mean, it's cute. It's very like me. It's frilly, and it's what I usually wear when I went on swimming holidays or the beach or.
That's what you're happy with, but I mean, I get the feeling practicality won't be the main point of this little this vacation. Looking at Malral still, I'm assuming Malral's like looking at a mirror, flexing in the
He's changed back now.
Damn.
Casco, he realizes he dropped his coin purse. He has to bend over.
Well, I mean, it may not be the most practical thing to swim in, but it is comfortable.
You should go swimming, though. You'll need something different than that.
I guess so.
I can't imagine you'd plan to drown.
Certainly not. I'm a
Jubilee
pretty good
drowning arc.
swimmer. I just, I'm just not used to showing off, you know.
It can be liberating, darling. Freeing, too.
Yeah, let's just strip away all those
No, 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 no.
insecurities.
We don't need to strip away everything, but at least a little bit.
We can,
Well, I'm not insecure. It's
Then there's no shame in a few little, adjustments, advice. Are you open to opinions? You can say no. Worse people have also said no.
Well, I trust your judgment. Again, gives a little look at Larissa.
But you
Oh.
probably shouldn't
most-
pressure her, though. I mean, it's whatever you're comfortable with, Jubilee. If that's what she wants to do,
she'll just look at Paige and straight up make eye contact. Paige, are you showing skin?
a little, but I
That looks a little.
She'll give a little
surprised.
inhale and a little exhale. Okay.
I recommend
Yeah.
frills if you're not feeling it entirely. Frills can help hide any sort of insecurities or any sort of things that you feel like would make you feel bad.
Yeah. She wanted frills to begin with, so I think we can stop by lowering or raising the skirt up a little bit higher to show more of her thigh, but so that she doesn't feel self-conscious about it. If she wore these little cloth anklets that wrap around, crisscross around her ankles, that might draw the attention away, so she doesn't feel as stared at.
Goodness, Sess, considering you've never had one of these before, so you certainly seem to be an expert after a bit of investigation.
I mean, fashion's just on if you think about it.
All right. Let me. I'll try. I'll think a little bit out of the box. And she'll kind of scuttle over to the changeling and very quietly start to mention things that she likes. I'm thinking one no oh let me try a two-piece. Yes, I'll get a two-piece, high-waisted, maybe a ruffled skirt, and for the top, like a sweetheart neckline, and frilly short bell sleeves.
Oh, how daring for you, based on your previous suggestion. All right, would you like to try it on now, or would you simply like me to brandish it for you?
Like
She's
a cover
stunned.
up, like a something sheer and pretty, but long sleeved, ankle length. Just in case,
Excellent, excellent. All right. And would you like it to be like your eyes or a different set of colors?
I think a solid white. Maybe like a iridescent.
Ah, excellent, excellent choice. All right, I will prepare that for you now.
Thank you. And she'll scuttle back over to the group and be like, "Oh boy, I hope I don't regret this."
We're all making new memories, Juby. It'll be fun.
Sharon will eventually just shrug and go with the changeling out back, and then after about 2 minutes, walk back out, not wearing their outfit, like Kai Shen, He goes, all right, I've decided on what I'll be wearing.
It's less about what you wear and more how you wear it.
I'm sure that you have enough confidence for the rest of us.
Do you need some?
No.
Because I can lend it.
I assure you, Malral, I'm fine. And then all eyes can fall on Lily.
Lily.
I don't really feel like this is necessary. It seems like you've already gotten so much here. I think it's fine.
No, Lily. It's your turn. You pick out something you like.
And
Lily.
yep.
I was gonna say, you don't have to come with us if you don't want to, but you're kind of part of the family by now, and it wouldn't feel the same without you.
She gives you those big red goblin eyes. Okay, Sass, I guess. And with that, the changeling kind of, scrunches down to her level and stuff and goes, don't worry, miss, I will take good care of you. Just please follow me. As they extend their hand down to Lily and take her in the back. And then after a few minutes, you see her come out, and she is wearing a two-piece bikini with, now that she's not just wearing her maid outfit, you realize how rockin' these short stack curves are on Lily. And it is a two-piece red bikini with big, basically like a frilly skirt for the bottom piece, and then frills around the top as well, so it kind of comes down about probably about halfway down her tummy, and it has a little green gem in the center, but just like a fake like glass gem kind of thing, and she looks real embarrassed.
Malral lets out a whistle and gives a thumbs up.
He's stealing my shtick.
How do you feel, Lily?
I think it's okay. Seems to be a little blowy.
If you're not comfortable with it, there are plenty more here. But I think you look great.
Lovely on you.
Say how often flowy.
And Changeling goes, let me make one final change. And and they take Lily in the back, and then you see the skirt gets adjusted so that it's actually like frills around each thigh, as opposed to a skirt setup. I think this'll be more of a change of pace for you from your normal attire, and I feel like it'll give you a much-needed boost of confidence. You have wonderful legs, miss.
Oh, Lily, my heart's beating like a hammer right now. You look amazing.
Oh, geez, don't tease me.
No teasing. I'm an honest dragon.
She blushes.
If everyone thinks it's okay, then
She'll scamper behind the curtains. And she comes back out wearing her maid outfit. All right, is there anything else anyone would want?
I think that's everything, right?
Do you want to get something from Magnolia? Or should she have her own?
Well, if she's coming from home, I imagine she's got plenty to wear. Plus, I don't think she'd want me shopping for her.
She just comes in like full, like performing regalia. It's like, why did no one tell me we were going to be at a lake?
So yeah, if there is nothing further, they will get all of your creations together, and you see that there is a sizable number of gold written on this paper now.
Don't worry about it.
Not our problem. Not our problem.
Yep. They go, I will provide this to the governor, and I hope that you all enjoy your outfits.
Thank you for all your help.
Of course,
Yes.
of course. Be sure to come back again if you want more fine attire.
Oh, everyone feeling good about what they got?
I feel
Yeah.
good.
So,
Mm-hmm. Of course.
All right. And I assume Jubilee sends an arcanogram to Magnolia.
Indeed.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to do the day before you hit the road?
probably spends most of the night being nervous.
Same.
Understandable.
Go out and buy some extra meat and beef for a good old cookout on the beach.
Okay, you'll load up on the meats. And unless anything else, then we can jump to the next day. As you all are gathering your supplies, umbrellas, outfits, Lily is packing lots of little snacky snacks and stuff for you guys to bring with you. And you see out your window, you see an airship land outside the walls of outside the walls of Greywall. And, about 20 minutes later, you see Magnolia, entering your house with Lily. And first of all, you notice Magnolia looks like she has definitely gotten more muscular in like the month and a half since you gave her to your father to train.
Oh no.
So
Greetings. Who are
Hi,
you?
Maggie.
oh, who are you?
Oh, I'm Malral. Nice to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure to meet you, Malral. Are you
He's-
one of their servants?
No, Maggie. This is one of our new associates. He works with us.
Your sister did hire me, though.
Oh, how charming. My name's Magnolia. Pleasure to meet you.
It's good to meet you. You are the sister of Lady Jubilee.
Yes, Lady Jubilee.
I don't have to laugh like that.
I guess you've
And I
got...
shall call you Lady Magnolia, if that is okay.
Oh, I appreciate your effort, but yeah, you can just call me Magnolia if you want.
Sounds great. Are you excited to go to the beach?
You have no idea. This is the first time I've been able to get away from Daddy in... How long has it been, Juby?
It's been a few weeks, I think.
No, I believe it's actually been about 43 days. You know how I know that, Juby?
Because you're very good at, keeping track of time and yourself. Have you been journaling?
You've been journaling? No, Juby. It's been a part of my instruction ever since somebody told Daddy that I should probably be off on my own under his tutelage 43 days ago, Juby.
You don't sound too happy about that.
Juby, if I am very familiar, you also studied under Daddy for a not inconsiderable amount of time.
Well, yeah, and I got stronger, and I got my first job out of my own, and I thought you'd rather do that than work under your sister.
Well, you have to understand that as what the responsibilities as your squire I was doing mostly involved me being at home, mostly left to my own devices. However, Daddy isn't quite as liberal with the amount of free time he gives to his trainees.
Juby's gonna purse her lips for a little bit, and without asking, she's just gonna pull Maggie into a hug and just say, I'm sorry, Maggie. I didn't think about what you might want, and I didn't bother asking either.
Malral, you can see Magnolia kind of seems surprised by this turn of events, and she blinks a couple times before, she kind of gives Jubilee a hug back and goes, "Oh, it's all right, Jubilee. I'm just, I guess I'm just happy to see you."
Just
I'm
gives
really
a double
happy.
thumbs up as they see the family bonding moment.
I'm happy to see you too. And for what it's worth, I don't know what Daddy has you working on, but you look good.
Well, look, I've always looked good, Juby. She kind of strikes a pose, and at this point, you're very aware of the fact that Magnolia is like the 6 foot tall punk equivalent of Jubilee. Like, she's got like piercings, and her like bikini setup is very much more like studded and stylized. She has a 6-pack of abs and very chiseled muscles. Along with
aesthetic.
along with her very luxurious figure as well. But she looks a lot like the rest of she looks a lot more like Euphoria than Jubilee does. But yeah, she goes, "Yeah, Daddy's been very strictly regulating a lot of things about life, but I have to say I have gotten a little bit, she kind of flexes. Maybe I could actually, give you a licking or two when we start sparring."
You are always welcome to try, Maggie. But we've laid down the ground rules. No training, no sparring, no nothing today, because we're just enjoying ourselves.
All right, whatever you say. Well, I'm ready to go when the rest of y'all. When's the wagon coming?
Pretty soon, I imagine. Is everyone else ready to go?
Hey, yo, Maggie!
Hi, sis. Long time no say. And she runs up.
You are jacked, holy!
I could say the same for you. As she checks out your muscles and stuff.
Yeah, but there's jacked, and then there's like me. I'm ringside jack. You're like lift jack. Holy shit!
Ruby just looks away.
I knew a few of the guys back at the gym I used to go to had trouble like reaching the backs because of the muscles. If you have an issue with sunscreen and things, just let me know, all right?
Oh well, if you wanna oil up my back, sis, you're more than welcome to.
I think I'm gonna go see if everyone else is ready.
Her tail swishing behind her.
Take your time, Juby.
Whispers down to Jubilee before they leave. Is this one of what you call ships?
I don't know, I don't know. I'm gonna go gather everybody else.
All right. As you gather the rest of the team together, you see that Larissa and Lily both have big floppy hats as well as Fru. And you see that Kai Shen is basically wearing like an open, it's not like a Hawaiian shirt, but it's like the style of a Hawaiian shirt, except it's black with gold trim to go with his black with gold trim board shorts. And so all of you can see that he is also very muscled, and the hair on his chest is parted at many scars, which have been tattooed over in gold. And particularly Sess, you can see that he has 5 names written on his left pectoral in Goblin. and they appear to be family member names that have been written in gold scarified tattoo.
Fruit also.
Sorry, and I
Go
forgot
ahead.
the one other thing is that the only thing that he doesn't have tattooed over in gold is a large scar going just below his pectorals down to the waistband of his board shorts. That is just a massive like scar that is not gold.
Oh, that's script there. That's goblin. Sadly, I don't know what it says. My wife tried to teach me, but never could stick to it.
It's yeah, today's supposed to be like a fun day, so nice tats is all I'm gonna say for them. And like she's giving, like she's trying to like tell him like I understand, but this isn't the moment, and I don't want to ruin it for you. So
Yeah. So
Paige
you know.
trying.
Okay.
So you know, Sess. The names are Yu Shen, Fang Yi. I'm sorry, it's Yu Shen and Fang Shen. It shouldn't be Yi, it should be Shen. Fang Shen, Yu Shen, and then there's Mei Lun, Sun, and Lai. The other two don't have goblin clan possessives after their name, which means that they were definitely somebody who was under the age of maturity in goblin society. They hadn't gone through their ceremony of adulthood where you get your clan possessive.
Oof. Oof.
Oof.
Paige is just trying to not stare at his chest, but she's making it kind of obvious.
He's the other end of the dad body spectrum.
Yes.
So Fru would likely start walking down the stairs, and they're actually in the outfit that they picked out yesterday.
Okay.
So you see them with like the three piece or the three like separations in the leg with their basically solid like, you know, there's no hair on their legs. It's just pure like sleek and stylish. As they walk through every step, you can see that the leg like kind of peeks out a lot. They're wearing their hat. They've got their normal little sunglasses on, a bag around their side, and they are wearing not quite platforms, but like heels that are like a full, I forget what the term is for it, where there's like it has a full like bottom to it.
You got some cute wedges.
Wedges, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Wearing wedges, just taking steps down the stairs, holding their hat in one hand as they make sure that they are ready to go.
All right. You are perceived. TM.
And the crossbow is on their side.
What's it? And then following shortly after Fru is a Sharon who is wearing, it's like a white with silver trim like rash guard, and then just a white with silver trim like pair of shorts.
Classic. We're good.
Classic. And yeah, Sess, are you wearing your outfit at this point?
I'm debating if I should put it on at the beach or now.
Okay,
I have the reactive ready. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I have the reactive ready.
Okay.
It's time. Let me. I gotta open the script.
Unleash.
Coming on. It says unleash the Sonic game.
What?
Find your flame,
Oh.
Sess. Find your flame. Become undefeatable.
All right. I apologize for having to adjust for my new reactive.
Oh man.
The people in the server, the other players and obs have already seen the sketch, but I have been doing the flat coloring and flat shading. There it is.
I made you a bit bigger.
Thank you. TY.
Part of your hat will be cut off. That is a hell of a hat.
Look at you!
She
And
wanted
with the green.
She wanted big poofy hat. She's wearing a very simple.
I love it. That reactive
poofy
is amazing.
TY. I needed a speech bubble to match Sez's energy.
I really like it. That's so cute.
Yeah, she's wearing a very basic, like, dark brown, highlighted with gold yellow bikini, but, like, over the lower half of the two-piece suit, she's wearing a pair of, like, really short Daisy Dukes. After hearing how gritty sand is, she figured, oh, well, you know, I kind of don't want that on my ass. Over it, she's wearing a nice little see-through shawl. It's, like, black with, like, little gold highlights. And then, like, a big, floppy, like, rope braided hat to cover her ears in case of sunburn. And, like, an even bigger, like, fake Flor de Maga popping out her hat. And she is canonically holding that drink at all times. I'm not changing that.
Lily pours you a glass before you leave.
Yes, this little boba iced tea with a little lemon on it.
Paige, are you also wearing your outfit at this point?
She is, but she's going to be wearing an overcoat, basically, like a little
Okay.
a little day jacket to kind of cover it up.
Paige, you're gonna let me just walk out? Sis, you're gonna let me just walk around like this by myself?
There are plenty of people that look.
I mean, like, we're gonna be seeing these people there. I mean, we're walking into a carriage. Maybe a neighbor will see us, but I don't really think they give a shit.
Guess not, but it just feels a little cold. I know it's not, but subconsciously I feel like it's.
I mean, you're gonna have to get used to it, and it might encourage Sylvana to join us too. Sylvana also wearing a coat. Just wearing a lab coat over her.
Yeah, the next two people, you have Larissa who comes bouncing down the staircase wearing her microkini. And she also has like a pair of shorts on over the bottom of it. And then behind her is Sylvana, who's got a sarong around her waist over her racing suit as she comes down. Oh, Sass, you look incredible.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that compliment, Sylvana. You can lower that sarong too. I mean, you look plenty attractive as is. A little more and I might lose it, you know?
What? And as she stutters flusteredly, you hear the sounds of wolves and stuff pulling up in front of your mansion. And after a couple seconds, you hear a knocking on your door as there is a veritable horde of kobolds wearing their servant attire from Cryotrixia's out there.
We have come to take you into your carriages.
Oh, thank you.
You could understand. He spoke so fast. You could understand that?
You can't?
Huh.
I think they want us to get into carriages.
Okay.
Please, follow me.
Before we hop into the carriage, Juby's got her like little day bag. She's not wearing her swimsuit yet. She's still fully dressed to the frills, you know. She's got her day bag ready. But leans down, gives Prince a little pet, and just says, "Now you mind the house, okay?"
Meow.
Wait, we're not taking Prince.
Your leg.
Do you want to come, Prince?
Meow, and he hops over onto your shoulder.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think you would want to come get sand in your.
Are you kidding?
fur,
It's a giant litter box for him.
Well, he's very particular about his grooming and cleanliness. I kind of figured sand it's kind of coarse and rough and gets everywhere.
Yes, damn it!
I wanted to say that line.
She said the line. She said the line. Prince is gonna look at you in the eyes with his big violet eyes, and then he's gonna look down at Lily, back at you, down at Lily.
I mean, I was gonna say it would be a shame if Prince didn't come because I did bother tallying for this and says pulls out like a little cat sailor boy outfit with like the little like sand.
Oh my god!
Hat on with the blue sash, yeah.
The cat gives you a very level look.
Listen here, we're all dressing up for this. So are you. It's either this or the cat bikini, and I know you don't want to wear that.
By the way, Malral is not in just a Speedo. He does have a plain shirt and shorts for now. And over his shoulder, he has the large portable grill that he's huffing along and taking along with him.
You'll love to see it.
I do want to add one more thing.
Yep.
Says is keeping the goo jacket in her beach bag, just on hand, just in case.
Yep.
And if anyone else has anything before the carriage ride, Says is going to specifically request Larissa to sit on either side of Juby since she is not in her bikini.
Okay.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, there's probably about 6 or 7 carriages in front of your house. They all look very, very nice and very fancy. One of them is, it basically looks like a giant urn, like with a slice cut out of it and then put back in as kind of like probably a ramp that descends. Which, it seems similar to what you've seen Cryotrixia sit inside of her house. So perhaps the snakes are inside of that. But aside from that, it is a lot of very plush, very fancy carriages that a swarm of kobolds will guide you in. Who wishes to be together? You could basically do all of you in one, and then all of the NPC companions in another, if you want.
I think that'd be for the best, unless the 2 MILF hunters in our party want to get a head start.
Well, the MILFs are in other carriages.
I come back just to hear, unless the MILF hunters want to. I'm like,
MILF hunter, activate.
Paige would definitely want to sit next to Solana.
Okay. Then we're gonna spice it up. It's gonna be Fru and Larissa with Jubilee and Cess. Do you want to be with Jubilee or with your sister and Sylvana?
I think I want to be with my sister and Sylvana. This is a big moment for her, so I want to be the.
No pressure. No pressure. All right. So you've
frequently bought together.
Fru,
Yes.
Larissa, Malral, Jubilee, and Asharin will be in one, and then it'll be Kai Shen, Paige, Cess, and God, I'm forgetting all my NPCs right now. Lily, and I think that's everybody.
Maggie.
Okay, so Maggie would replace Asharin then in yours. So Maggie and Jubilee would be in the same one. And so Asharin will be in the back with Paige and Cess. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay. With that, you guys hit the old dusty trail. Anything that anybody wants to say to each other as you ride on over?
It doesn't have to be role played out, but as they're riding together, Juby would just inquire about how the family is back home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Magnolia basically say, yeah, she's been training with Dad. Like Oriana has been great. Euphoria, after they had their talk with you, Euphoria went off to go do more Euphoria things. Yeah, so the family's been overall good, and apparently Kairos, of course, spoke very highly of you after your mission, and he made sure to tell your dad personally how great of a job you did.
That's great.
Like he did every time you worked for him.
But yeah, she does not mention anything about what went down with Pain and Kairos. So you don't know if she knows or not, or if Kairos hasn't brought it up or what.
She's not quite sure if she's relieved by this or not.
Yeah.
Who am I in with?
You're with Jubilee and Fru.
Jubilee and Fru.
Jubilee, Fru, Magnolia, and Larissa.
Ashar.
Yeah, Sharon got moved to the Page Cess one because Magnolia had to be with her sister.
Well, as we are traveling along, Malral will be happy to help pass the time with some quality jokes.
I dodged a fucking bullet, I tell you what.
So, what do you call a factory that makes okay products?
Adequate?
Not long for business?
Satisfactory. Eh?
Ah,
Oh,
goodness.
is this something that he does routinely?
He does, and it's like he kind of speaks another language sometimes. I don't always get it, but
Oh, I got another one. What did the ocean say to the beach?
well, the ocean can't talk.
Exactly, it just waved.
Oh my god.
It doesn't have hands either.
It does have waves, though. Get
Fruit.
it?
Fruit.
It waves.
Fruit can't handle this and is just actively performing maintenance on their crossbow.
Why do seagulls fly over the ocean?
Well, it's their
That's-
native
well, that's-
habitat.
Because
Right,
if
so
they
they
flew
can.
over the bay, we'd call them bagels.
Listen,
Well,
you
yeah, you
two,
would.
you two over there, Jubilee and Magnolia. If you're expecting it to be the logical answer, I hope that you see that is not the case. So
Well, I'm kind of figuring that, but he always asks with a question, so I figure I have to answer.
Yeah, Daddy didn't raise us to not respond when we are questioned.
Yeah. It seemed kind of rude to leave him hanging.
you're not wrong about that, but just never mind.
All right.
Continue with the jokes. And then, well, it goes on.
In the page cess wagon, is there anything you guys want to say to each other before you arrive at the beach?
Says is if she. I'm assuming I'm sitting with Savannah on page on one side, and
Yeah.
the other side of Kaisha and Asharan, right?
Yeah.
Says we'll try being friendly with Asharan and like also someone with Kai because like,
Mhm.
hey, it's the two NPCs I don't really talk to for awkward reasons. I'll address that, but like we don't have to RP that out. We can
Yep.
we can get to the beach. I don't want an hour of Malral comedy RP.
What do you mean?
I have a list of jokes ready.
Yeah.
I am so glad that this is now how you prep for sessions, Litro. This is delightful.
So funny. It's so good.
Yeah, the Asharid is very like matter of fact when they respond to you, but mostly they're just but they don't really turn from looking out the window as you guys are riding. Kaishen is is Kaishen, so he seems to be in fairly good spirits. For whatever that means for Kaishen, but yeah, he definitely kind of goes like you all have been under a lot of stress. You've had numerous encounters where you've risked your lives and almost died. This is important for you. Be sure to enjoy it. You will not know when you will have another chance, or if you will ever.
Yeah, fun. I mean, I think I've been doing that since before you came in, so don't worry.
Excellent, then. And with that, you guys will arrive at the big, sunny, sandy lake. It's a very, very large lake with with its own shoreside mansion attached to it. That's been carved out of the forest around it, and the carriages stop and kobolds start dismounting and opening your guys' doors and grabbing luggage and stuff and bringing it inside.
All right, now everybody, don't forget your sunscreen. And like Saz goes around, like making sure everyone's sharing sunscreen and stuff, and then really quickly goes to Asharan and goes, "Listen, I know you have like a no touching rule, and from people I've experienced that with, they also get really like germophobia. So I got you your own little bottle of sunscreen if you want it." And she hands her like a lavender scented one.
Who are you? Oh, to Asharan.
And to Asharan, yeah. Sorry.
Asharan will look at the sunscreen and kind of make eye contact with you, and they still have those very much dead eyes as they're in their default Skyrim generator human. And they go, thank you. Thank you, Sess.
I don't think I've ever had sunburn.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do about you, so just slather on what I gave everybody else.
I think I'll be fine.
I somewhat assumed that it wouldn't be an issue for the tieflings or the dragonborn. I know that you have a native lineage resistance to fire. I assumed that also applied to solar radiation.
Solar what?
The sun, the sunburns. I assumed it was the same basic principle.
The sun shoots down laser beams at us all the time.
That's fucking sick.
That's actually not totally inaccurate.
I'm smart.
I never said you weren't, Malral. And you see the urn unfolds, and Malral, for the first time, gets to see the massive form that is Lady Cryotrixia, the Lamia. As she's a good probably 30 feet long. We've got a picture of her that I can just immediately flash on the screen.
Yeah, you do.
I
Bye-bye.
wonder who you got it from.
And I got it from Mommy Mana. You can go check her out on Twitter. She's amazing.
Banger.
But
Banger
yeah,
artist.
so she is a massive, black and red king cobra snake mommy. And she's actually basically wearing the swimsuit equivalent of that outfit there. She's got 2 white tarps of silk that have been extended over her ample bosom, rising like an empire, and then a flowing white sarong around her waist. And then behind her is Cleotrixia, her daughter, who is a mix between a diamondback rattlesnake and a king cobra. She is about probably 10 years old, and she's also got her own little 2-piece because 1-pieces are very hard for Lamia to operate.
What?
And they come slithering out of the urn, and then you see a statuesque, about 7 foot tall, like a Malral-sized Medusa woman with her snakes, basically pulled into braids flowing down her chest. And she is wearing her own bikini and sarong, but of blacks and grays. And then you see a green tiefling with kind of curly-cued horns, and a lot of scars come out. And she is wearing what appears to be a 1-piece of a blue over underneath a pair of shorts. And they also exit, and the kobolds promptly grab all their stuff, and they will walk and slither over to the rest of you.
Fru just immediately takes a very deep bow the same way that they did when they first met.
It's so nice to see you again.
Oh, it is always a pleasure. As she bends down and grabs the core 4 members of the party and gives them, or actually at this point it would be 3 members of the party, and gives them a big hug, and gives them a bit of a tail wrapping, as her enormous razor sharp claws are also extended very carefully to hold the party. And she looks and goes, I see that you have accumulated additional companions.
Hi, nice to meet you. Name is Malral. Holds out a hand.
She extends down this enormous claw in front of you, kind of like for you to kiss the top of it. As she looks down at you with her very large snake eyes, as her tongue kind of flicks out.
He smiles, and takes her hand gingerly, and gives it a soft kiss. Before looking back up and says, I must say, You're one tall glass of fine wine if I've ever seen it. And this here, looking down at Cleotrixia, is the cutest little grape I've ever seen.
Cleo kind of hides behind her mom's tail a bit, as she kind of does a little wave from behind it. And Cryotrixia, kind of moves a bit in front of her daughter and goes, I'm glad to see that you have some class and perception about you. However, just be careful. My daughter is very skittish, and I don't want anything to alarm her. As she, kind of gives you that very trance-like, hypnotic look, baring her fangs.
Not to worry, I'm a friendly dragon. And don't worry, I know the type. My kid was very similar.
Oh, a father yourself?
Once upon a time.
Well, I am sure there's a story there.
I'm happy to tell it.
He goes, perhaps in time. And she kind of makes a little wave as she curls around and starts heading towards the mansion, with Cleo kind of slithering behind her for a bit to go hug Paige and Jubilee, being like,
It's good to see you all again.
Oh, hello, Cleo. It's so nice to see you too. Have you been well?
I have. I've been doing a lot of reading.
Yeah? What are you reading about?
I was just reading about the dragons and the legends around them.
Oh, I see. There's a lot of really good dragon stories out there.
Malral just goes ahead and goes, yep, they could even breathe fire like this. And just like looking up, lets out a tiny little ring of fire, just kind of like the Hobbit, a little ring of smoke, but just out of flame.
Oh, I've heard that you are, well, that Dragonborn are related to the dragons. It's never been proven.
Well, we're big, we're scaly, and we breathe elemental breath, so I think so. It'd be ridiculous if we weren't.
Oh.
come, Cleotrixia.
I wanted to ask how she's been enjoying the toy I got her.
She before she slithers away, she opens up a little backpack and takes out the toy.
The little IKEA shark.
Yep. The little shark, the little trans awakening.
That's all I needed to see.
And then she'll finish slithering away. And Venom Spite and Hecate will approach you. So, I see that you all decided to take the governor's invitation, says Venom Spite, who's about, she's like a 5'4" tiefling, but she looks very feisty.
Malral offers out another hand. This is our first time meeting. Nice to meet you. Name's Malral.
And she extends out her hand and, gives you a firm handshake and looks up at you and goes, I've only heard a little bit about you, but trust me, I have made sure that you are not a threat to any of these people, and if you choose to be, well, then I can resolve that myself.
Well, just the grip alone, I feel like you can definitely hurt me, and that is a compliment.
Well, if I were doing introductions, I suppose, since we have not properly met, I am the one that they call Frühling. Just a pleasure to meet you, and just takes their hand and just kind of like holds it softly as they bow forward towards them.
Venom Spike glares at you, which you seem to be is probably her way of looking at people. And she goes, Ah, yes, Fruitling. I know of one of your siblings. They have been in contact with the governor.
They must be doing well then. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, it seems that your family's intentions align with the governor's sense of security.
I'm pleased to hear that the governor feels the same way.
Kind of gives you a nod and pulls back her hand. And then Hecate will give you guys a big smile. She constantly has just like a very like knowing, kindly smile, but like all of her teeth are razor sharp fangs. And it kind of gives you all a very light bow. It's been too long. I haven't seen you come by the temples at all.
Nice to meet you. Name's Malral. You are a religious leader? I love your hair, by the way.
And she kind of gives you a smile, looks you up and down, and goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Malral. I've only heard a little bit about you, but yes, I'm the High Priestess of the Six in Greywall."
Well, I've never been too religious myself, but I'm always open to the ideas.
Well, if you wish to seek enlightenment, then perhaps the Six have guided you to my sweet embrace here.
I'm always happy to listen.
Then I guess I have much to teach you. Be sure to talk to me more when we've settled in.
Happy to.
And then she looks over at Sess and gives kind of a wry smirk and goes, "And hopefully the good Lady Ray hasn't been poisoning your thoughts about my fair religion."
She said nothing about your religion, to be fair. She's been truthfully quite more honest than some people I've met from Silver Flame, so I don't know, you got a pretty good neighbor to work with. I wouldn't ruin that.
Meanwhile, Sess knows that Ray constantly calls them a bunch of, like, dark heathens, and
Let's just think that's like friendly banter. She doesn't know. We come from a church of community back in Sharn.
dark heathens, godless folk that need to be saved from themselves, etc. But she kind of smiles and goes, "Oh, I'm sure she has plenty of words that she said about us, truthfully." Well, come. Feel free to settle in. I'm sure that the servants will be preparing some snacks and drinks for everyone.
So much. I appreciate that.
All right, you guys get brought into this. It's a very large, open floor plan. Lots of windows, like lots of glass and stuff to see out at the lake and into the forest. And the kobolds have begun catering. And Lily kind of looks a little nervous. She goes,
Should I be helping?
No, dear. None of that. You're here to rest and enjoy yourself.
Jeez.
Listen, this is vacation. It's your turn to relax. You've earned this.
If it helps, Lily, I order you to relax with us this weekend.
Oh, that is fucked through. That is fucked.
Lily looks very conflicted, and then she like sits down in a chair, and like obviously her little feet are just kind of swinging because they don't touch the ground. But she's like sitting very pensively in this chair, like she's trying to look relaxed.
Look down at Lily and goes, "No, they're trying to force what they think is relaxing, but this is a vacation. Do what you find to be relaxing. As long as you have a good time, that's all that matters."
Okay.
She like hops out of the chair and scampers over and grabs a whole bunch of knives off of one of the catering tables and kind of scampers away.
You just take a bunch of.
I think she just took a bunch of knives and ran away.
I have questions, but it's vacation time.
If
I don't
she's
want to figure that
if
out.
she's not
That's
in the
what she
kitchen
finds
with
comfortable.
us,
And yeah, with everyone settling in appropriately into the home, you have a bit of downtime before your designated beach activity time. So I think, was it Paige and Jubilee that wished to have a little talky talk?
Yeah, we're gonna do book club.
Yeah.
I will keep Cleotrixia busy and away from book club.
Yeah. So
I
yeah.
meant just as sorry as this as an aside. I imagine Fru is sitting there, far enough away that they're not a part of this conversation, but is actively reading and listening and having a great time.
All right. Yep, and Paige will be joining in with book club. I mean, not Paige. Savata will be joining in with book club, of course. And we can start with that. So I will let the PCs talk first.
Malral is just talking to all the other guests currently for right now.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, I think Juby would, approach Paige and out of her day bag, kind of pull out the book that she borrowed forever ago from Paige, and just say, I figured while we had some downtime, I've been meaning to finish it. I just haven't really, had the free time to do so. And but look, I'm almost done. I only got like 5 chapters left.
Good.
And I was wondering if the two of you wanted to, hang out and read with me for a little bit.
That sounds wonderful. Yes, I would love to hear your thoughts on it.
Well, I it I really like it so far. There are some uh moments that surprised me. I didn't um expect some things to be so explicit. Um but I think the romantic aspect is um well, romantic, and I can see why you both enjoy it.
Well, I I don't know if I would call it eclectic. It's just, what people do, don't, right? Like when they're, when they do that, when they're intimate with each other. It,
Oh,
it,
sure. I mean, yes,
I
I
mean,
suppose they
you're,
do.
of course. I mean, I'm sure you have a lot of experience with that. I don't really know too much, but
Uh,
except for what I read in the books, obviously.
no. As a matter of fact, I don't have a lot of experience. Um,
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just I didn't mean to assume.
well, there's not a lot of time to date or anything when, you know. I mean, you've seen Kairos. I was his bodyguard for years. It takes a lot to keep that man alive.
It
I have
seems
to
like
keep an
that
eye on him
he
constantly.
it seems like that he was a quite doting potential suitor.
You could say that. The thing about Kairos is he sets his sights on a lot of different people. uh,
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
not
sure.
that, I mean,
Yeah,
he's just, uh,
that's not a bad thing, but sometimes that's maybe not something that you're looking for,
right. And
right?
even though, uh, well, anyway, it just no, he was not I wouldn't call him a suitor of mine in any regard.
Sorry, it seemed like there was like some interest there, so I guess I just kind of assumed.
I can see why you would assume that. And I guess you could say I had a bit of a soft spot for him, but that's kind of why I wanted to, borrow your books in the first place, Paige. It's it's real embarrassing to say, but um, I haven't, with my lack of experience, I don't really want to put myself out there without knowing what I'm getting into. So I figured reading romance books was better than going in blind.
No, I think that's a great idea. Actually, it's I assume the people that have written this have also experienced similar things, and you kind of can live yourself through the stories. Not, I mean, not actually like doing anything, but like at least uh knowing what it's like, or sort of. That's not what I'm trying to say. Um, I mean, uh, it gives you a better understanding and know what you're getting into. And, well, I mean, I've never done anything like that, but it's fun to read other people's experiences. And so I'm
Yeah.
glad that you like it.
Yeah, it has been fun. And I guess I kind of like these sappy romantic notions. I mean, I've really only before dealt with people who are, how do you say, flirtatious, which is fine, but I I never know when they're serious. So it's kind of nice to see on the page, just a very, direct, you know, you can tell that the characters they really like each other.
Yeah, you can. That's what I like about it too. It's okay to be straightforward with your feelings. She kind of pauses for a second, kind of
Savannah
thinking.
also looks really, really awkward right now.
Uh, right. Being straightforward. I guess I need to learn a little bit more about that. Um. But I have plenty more books. I actually brought a bit more with me, but whenever you want to read or whenever you finish, I'll let you borrow another.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, I I meant to ask, um, something else as well. Oh,
Hmm?
You can talk about anything with us, Jubilee.
Of course, yes.
If it's something about the book, I can assure you I've read lots of these, and it takes a lot to rattle me with it.
well, it's not about the book. I was just wondering, um, ha- have you talked to Sass recently? Like, um, has she said anything about me recently?
says? About you?
Yeah, just like in general.
Well, I mean, Says always has wonderful things to say about you. Not anything specifically, directed towards you in any sort of way. Nothing bad. It's just that she, enjoys spending time with you. I know you two were hanging out with each other the other day. She seemed in a really good mood afterwards.
Right. Good. That's good. I get. Yes, that's good. I guess I'm. It's like I said, it's kind of hard for me to figure out if when people are just being nice or.
Wait, did something happen while you two were hanging out? Oh, Says, I hope she didn't make you feel awkward or anything.
What? No. Well, no.
What did Sess do?
What? I mean, and it wasn't really. And I'm sure it didn't mean anything. I mean, she said it didn't have to mean anything. But I mean, after we were done hanging out and spending the day together, we had a nice, conversation, and at the end of it, she gave me a kiss on the cheek, and said it was in return for the time after we went to the club, and I kissed her on the cheek, but I guess it was just a return of the.
Wait, you two kissed each other?
No, not like kiss.
She kissed you too?
Huh?
What?
Oh. She never said anything. I didn't know you.
No,
This is a lot better than any other book I've ever read, please.
So she kissed you too then? So it's just a.
Well, she did it. It was a kiss on the cheek, and she said that it.
Kiss you too?
Yeah, it's not like we were kissing. It's we were out together, and she was talking about lighting fires and spreading opportunities and people to meet, and then she surprised me. She just kissed me on the cheek, and I didn't know what to do.
And so Sess kissed you and you too?
Yeah, I had asked me if I wanted to kiss her, but I guess it was more like a friendly thing, I guess.
Well, I mean, kissing can mean a whole bunch of things, clearly it doesn't have to mean you like someone, or maybe they do, maybe.
No, I must be making a big deal out of nothing. I mean, we talked about it before, and she said it. She said it didn't have to mean anything. So,
Are you okay with that?
and yeah, I mean, I would rather know where things stand. I told her I wanted to, make sure we understood each other, so that, nothing, no awkward miscommunications, got in the way of work. So
you want to make something clear with her, you could talk to her about it. I know that she was just being. She knows that I had been in the house for so long, and I was struggling a bit, and I'm sure it was just an effort to try and get a rise out of me, because to try and get me to stop thinking about other things. It was probably nothing, but I don't know if you've kissed each other and talked about it. Maybe that's something.
No, it's probably nothing. Like I said, I might be just making a big fuss over nothing. I'm sorry to have brought it up. I didn't mean to make things awkward.
It's not. I'm glad that you told me about it, and we're trying to not keep secrets from each other. So, but just let me know if anything happens, or if you're feeling a particular way, or if you do need me to talk to her, I'll definitely do so. But Sass always has good intentions. I assure you.
Right? No, I know that. I know that. Sass is. Yeah, she's a good person. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt our friendship or anything.
If you need more examples, I have more books.
Yeah, I think I might need them.
And if you're interested in, I know that we all don't like to, necessarily announce it, but what about what happened on page 327? I know a few other books that have some different scenarios for that could be educational.
The fuchsia blush starts to come back, and there's more. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot I need to catch up on, I guess.
Oh, well then, I guess if you want to learn more about that, Paige, you know the elf boarding college series, of course.
Yes, of course. That's actually one of my favorites too.
Well, I'm sure that Jubilee would very much enjoy the tales of Severin and Damascus, and how the two of them managed to get closer together while competing on their school's arena team.
It's really a riveting story, I assure you.
Yeah. Okay. I can read that one next.
Oh, sure.
Yes,
I don't have it. Yeah.
Yes, I hope you very much are interested in the dynamics around all male sporting events.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh no, okay. I'm good.
The character's broke.
Okay, I'm good.
Well, I can't say I know much about that, but I can always learn.
Yes, it's really quite nice. Especially their particular moments in the locker room that are really compelling.
Yes, I was just about to talk about the locker room. The heart to hearts they have as they confront each other in the locker room. Oh, it is very educational.
I'm still kind of unclear as to what a locker room is.
It's a place where people, sometimes they're gender locked to men or women, get together and they change into their sporting outfit or out of it. They shower together. Sometimes they do all kinds of activities there.
It's an additional workout.
In the
almost.
open?
Well, no, it's usually, the locker is usually meant to be locked away, so it's normally,
Yes, it's just a room that it's just them. Like in the series, it's just the team getting together. And, things get a little steamy, of course, because, the showering and everything, but I can assure you it is incredibly, gripping.
Yeah, see, okay. I guess I'll read that one next. And she just goes back to reading pretending to read the book in her lap. It's like upside down.
Yes, Paige is going to be hovering and seeing which page she's on and making comments as she goes on.
Savannah will be over the other shoulder.
Oh my god. I didn't make it.
I had to throw in the gay sporting anime.
God, it's my favorite.
But yes,
sorry.
Malral.
As they finish up their book club, you can overhear Malral just talking to the rest of the guests. And so we were curious about what all that banging was, so we went into my son's room, only to find out he had taken the cutlery and has taken the hammer and he was trying to bang out the curves of the spoons. He was trying to act like his old man. Oh. Poor little boy didn't know what his mother had in tail for him after that.
Oh, I hope that it wasn't too much. You know how children are.
He was just trying to be like his old man, so I convinced her to go a little bit easier. And also, the fact that I would start locking away the silverware was also a bonus.
Fruit.
Sorry, Fru.
I was gonna say, Fruit, just still watching the Smutty Book Club, stands up, quietly closing their copy of the same gay sports series, the copy that she has, and they have themselves. Just pockets it away and just smiles as they walk out, towards the porch.
It's called 70% off.
Be sure to write that down, Paige, for future reference. 70% off. A tale of an elf college's underdog sporting team and how they got to be the top of the league while starting at the bottom.
I've recorded it.
A steamy tale of friendship, bonding, and maybe more.
Is this our Tusk love?
We have the groundbreaking ties of love.
Yes, the groundbreaking ties of love. That was the elf dwarf romance.
Yeah, that's the one Juby's reading because that's the one that came highly recommended.
Yes, especially that scene when they finally get together. But yeah, I don't know if Jubilee intended anything else for Smutty Book Club.
I think that was everything that I had planned for it, unless Paige had something else that she wanted to talk about, or Sylvana.
Not that I can think of, but she's definitely going to store my sister kissed both of these girls in the back of her head to talk about later.
What are you worried about there, huh, sis?
I'm not. She just,
I'm not worried. She's just going to yell
Yeah,
at you,
stay in your own
probably.
lane.
Jesus Christ.
Teasing him.
Okay then. So as people continue to converse, perhaps Juby, do you wish to talk to Cess before we move on to beach activities?
Malral also had a thing if you want to give
Yes.
Juby a
Okay.
break.
Malral.
Yeah, we can do a Malral bit.
Okay, Malral.
Hmm?
Crowd Trixie is kind of, she seems to be somewhat warming up to you as you talk about your son.
Yeah, Malral is happily continuing to talk and tell stories about and just also trying to learn more about the people in front of him. He seems genuinely curious about the people around him.
There will be points when Hecate is going to be talking about stories during the War of Independence that mostly embarrassing stories about Venom Spite. And not like war stories, just talking about the embarrassing things that happened to her during the war. Like when they had a Crusader army that had rolled through while they were doing reconnaissance, and unfortunately that they had all of their food burned during the incident, and so Hecate had to guide Venom Spite along the many edible things in the forest, which unfortunately led to Venom Spite misidentifying some particularly psychedelic mushrooms. And it took her no less than 4 hours to get Venom Spite out of a tree when she was throwing rocks at squirrels.
Oh, you sort of live up to your name a bit, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't see what's so funny about it. I don't know why you keep telling people that story.
I find it quite charming.
See, I told you, Lily. It is quite charming. And you know how I feel about you calling me Lily. Oh.
I thought your name was Venom Spite.
Oh, that is her last name. That she likes to go by it because she doesn't want people to hear the little nickname we give her. Her first name is Lilith, and I think it's just an incredibly lovely name. And, she reminds me of a beautiful flower in her own right, so I like to call her Lily.
I was about to say, like the flower, yeah.
This is why I just tell people I'm Captain Venom Spite.
Well, I'm just saying, if ever you need like a good filigree in your armor, come by me and I can go ahead and I can put like a lily design on your armor. I think it would look great.
Venom Spite is going a little bit apoplectic right now. And Hecate just starts laughing. He goes, Yes, I'm sure the church would be happy to commission for the city's watch wonderful little lily patterns on all of their armor.
Yes, I can have like a vine pattern like curling up your arms with like a blooming lily right in the middle.
It will strike fear into all of the Crusaders' hearts if they ever dare to look at Drome again. No, we're not putting flowers on our armor. We don't need that. And I don't see what is so entertaining about this and why you're trying so hard not to laugh right now, Cryotrixia. And you see, she's curled up into her 15-foot tall coil, and Cryotrixia is, sitting there with one of her, enormous, keg-sized goblets of wine, and just kind of, stifling laughter as she tries to drink. But I'm sure you understand what it's like, Malral. You spend enough time around people. It's been, 40 years? You have to feel the need to embarrass them.
I feel like you are only closest with those that you can laugh at your past with.
And Venom Spite is blushing, some pink over her green skin as she just kind of hides behind her own glass of wine.
If it makes you feel better, I got a few embarrassing stories myself.
Oh, I would love to hear them. Although I'm
All
surprised anything would embarrass you. You seem to be so brazen and confident.
Well, over time, you learn to laugh at these things. It helps you move on better, and it makes other people smile, so what can I do but continue to tell it? Doesn't hurt anyone. I remember this one time. Oh, I was just working away as normal on the forge, humming away, and I had gotten so into my work, I'd started humming to myself. Before I knew it, the humming got louder. I started going along with the lyrics. The beat with the hammer each time, and as I continued on, I was singing at the top of my lungs. I didn't even notice at the time. And I was just continuing to work until I turned around and I see my wife had gone ahead and gathered up several of the neighbors and had actually started charging tickets to hear me sing.
I'm sure it was quite lovely.
I was, well, you see how red I am right now. I was redder than this. I didn't know what to do. But it got even worse. For as many people were listening, several of them were more in astonishment than actually enjoying my singing, to the point to where some people were taking bets how long it would take until they would start throwing tomatoes.
Oh, I'm sure it didn't get that far.
Glad it didn't. But it didn't stop my son from trying to actually sell the tomatoes.
I see the entire family decided to tag team you then.
Wouldn't be the first time that's happened to me.
That is one of the unfortunate things about family, is that if you stop looking at them for 5 minutes, they have a tendency to decide to unionize against you, says Cryotrixia.
Oh, but I wouldn't give it up for the world. Every memory with them is a memory I forever will cherish.
And Cryotrixia kind of, she does a little bit of a chuckle, and then she's it's kind of a very kind of wistful, bit sad smile as she takes another sip of her wine.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to bring down the mood. Tell me, are there any other stories you wish to share?
Heke kind of looks around and goes, well, I happen to remember a particular time when somebody was in mid-molt, and unfortunately, somehow their particular armor had disappeared during it, and they were forced to strut their stuff in front of a very certain commander. I don't think anyone here would know anything about that. As you see Cryotrixia from all the way up there, kind of, then she gets kind of snapped out of a reverie as she starts blushing and taking another swig of her wine.
No, that did not happen.
Oh, I assure you it did. It was, you've never seen how truly glistening a Lamia can be when she's in mid-molt until you've actually seen her streaking through the camp. You notice that all of Hecate's snakes also kind of make little hissing laugh sounds as she laughs.
Oh, you must tell me the look on this commander's face.
Oh, I think, as she looks over at her, goes, oh, I think he very much enjoyed it. I think he decided to finally muster enough courage, not just for staring down the Crusaders, but for asking you out, didn't he? Yes, he did make that, finally deciding to be a bit more bold outside of the battlefield.
And all it took was simply a quick flash of inspiration.
Kate starts laughing, and even you see her venom spike kind of make a grunting sound, as if it's probably her closest approximation to a laugh. So, with that, I think that they'll just continue telling stories about the war, avoiding the actual talk of the war, but mostly just talking about embarrassing things. We can head to the first of the activities, or we could have one last gay talk of the night. Which would you guys rather do?
Because we got a double gay power
Yes.
hour in the plans, and I kind of want those to be in the same session so that we can, really get all the gay out. Just a thought. And it's
Unleash the gay.
I think it's like midday still, like
it's
morning to
still early.
afternoon. Yeah, I'd imagine both those would be really good with the sunset. So maybe we do an activity.
Okay. All right.
This is me positing an idea. You guys can
Yep.
have opinions as well.
After a while of talking and drinking and eating, Cleo Trixia is gonna slither up to her mom and kind of tug on her scale a bit, and she's holding a little pail and shovel. Can
we go outside and make sandcastles?
And Crowd Trixie kind of, gives a big smile. It goes, "Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to keep you all cooped up. Absolutely. I think that some of us can take this outside."
Cleo, Trixie, you want to make sandcastles? Did you know there's a special trick to making sandcastles to make them even shinier and better?
He looks up at you with big eyes, big glistening snake eyes, and goes,
Really?
Oh yeah. Tell me, do you know where glass comes from?
Yeah, well, yes, it's heated sand.
Indeed. So what do you think would happen if we build up a sandcastle and then use some of my fire breath on it? You think we can make it look shiny?
Oh, geez, by the six, you really think so?
We can try!
She looks up at her mom, and her mom looks down at Malral, gives it a half-lidded look, and goes, "Well, I'm sure that I can supervise any crafting that you may make."
Of course, happy to have you look over me any day.
And she gives you a smirk and a bit of a raised eyebrow. And goes, "Oh, I'm sure." So who would like to participate in sandcastle making?
I will.
Okay, Malral.
Cleo will be my partner.
Silvana will also join in.
Tag in for that. Can't let all the craftsmen have fun without me.
All right, Cess, Malral, Silvana, and Cleo. Anybody else? Do the rest of the gang just want to watch?
I think
Thunder.
This is probably since Cryo Trixie is going to be not fully invested in it. This is probably a good time to do that talk as well. So we can do that after this or at the start of next session, whichever works.
Probably.
If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. It'd probably be better to do that now.
Okay.
With the time available.
Mm-hmm.
So as all the craftsmen, literally all of the craftsmen scamper onto the beach to go start making sandcastles.
Yeah, architecture!
Side note, this is probably when Juby is getting beach ready because she's been fully dressed this whole time.
Gotcha.
So she's gathering courage in the bathroom right now.
Yeah, Silvana will take off her sarong as she goes to head out. And
Another
Crowd
wolf
Trixie,
whistle.
Crowd Trixie will curl up on a large chair-shaped rock to heat herself in the sun as she kind of languidly watches the sandcastle process.
I like how it's not like one of those like fancy fold out chairs. It's a rocks. Like she has her attendants carry it from her home, the beach rock.
Yep.
Oh, those poor kobolds.
Oh, Paige, you're back. Did you want to take part in the sand building contest?
Oh, I'd love to try it out.
Okay.
Sylvana says Malral and Cleotrixia are all building sand castles.
And Paige.
I can
Okay.
observe if anything.
You sure you don't want to get your hands in this nice gritty sand?
If you haven't done it before, I can show you.
Yeah, we
Oh.
got teams going on. It's me and Cleo, and then you and Sylvana.
And
together.
then Sess.
That's just.
That was assuming she'd be with Sylvana, so this is being noted.
Right, I can be moral support for Sess and Sylvana.
You sure you can go with Sylvana? It seems like that's what she wants.
You guys are already a team, so I don't want to.
I am just, I think I could just handle this on myself. I wouldn't want to get in the way of two sisters working together in perfect coordination.
No. Paige, do you want to play? Come on, it's our first time at an actual beach. There's no shame in it. Pick what you think will make you happy.
Kaishen will walk up next to Paige and be like, I wish to work with Sylvana. And he just walks over and grabs her by the wrist and pulls her away.
Based Kai.
Man saved her.
My man was smelling the drum and went, nope.
Dad mode activate.
Like, oh, we ain't having this.
He's so good. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Says I'll save you this one.
Okay, well, I guess we can work on it together then, Sess.
Okay, come on.
Did you almost call your sister Paige?
I called myself.
We're twins. It can happen.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah. All right.
Safe way, please.
So Paige and Sess working together as a team, Kaishen and Sylvana, and then Malral and Cleotrixia are three competing sandcastle teams.
Clear winner already can be seen.
My man, you grabbed the winner out of the circle day one.
He's playing the game, not the players. But yeah, so as that's happening, Fru, as you see the kids up to their hijinks.
Yeah, so I think Fru just kind of like playing it nice and calm and quiet will just kind of walk up beside Crouchixia and just say, "It does bring a bit of a smile to my face to see them having such a jolly carefree time together."
Yes, it is wonderful to see. Having such freedoms.
It does feel a bit hard though, doesn't it? To just let go and embrace the happiness sometimes.
She kind of pushes down some sunglasses and looks at you. And she goes, "These moments are few and far between and should be cherished."
I do want to cherish them, but given everything that's happened in the past, it does feel a bit difficult to kind of just, well, let yourself relax. I apologize. I do not wish to, Huh?
Sorry.
What'd you say?
Sorry. It's can be torturous at times. I remember and such things seemed entirely unattainable. But we did everything we could, and now we can be here in peace and able to see the smiles and laughter.
Pardon me, but would you call it peace when there are still those that would wish to see you dead?
She'll take a deep sip of her wine and goes, I have lived a very long time, and I can tell you, the number of people that have wanted me dead and failed litter the ground of Drome. And I know that those notions didn't die with them. But what else am I going to do? Sit here and wonder when the Crusaders will come again? Or should I take some solace in knowing that I was able to buy some peace at grave cost, and I can sit here without my weapons, without my spells ready, watching my daughter be able to smile and play?
Fru really takes a second to digest what was just said and kind of feels the crossbow at their side and just sits there for a moment. I don't know if I'll ever feel comfortable enough to be able to do something like that, but I would like to. There's a fire that just does not burn out. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't walk away from this when I've already committed so much of my life to making it happen.
There will come a time when the only thing you can do is to walk away. I have lost much to achieve this peace, and the greatest irony was the thing that I loved most was taken from me, not during the war, but during the peace. My life mate was killed in an ambush after the peace accords had been signed between Drome and Brayland. We together had killed thousands of Crusaders, and I was nurturing my daughter's egg, and I had that moment when I wanted nothing more than to strike down every kingdom in this world. But you know what happened? They died anyway. They betrayed the peace, and Brayland hanged them for their crimes. I know now, given retrospect, that had I carried out my vengeance that I crave, even to this day, that I would have reignited a conflict, and I would have risked that much more, and that many more lives would have been lost just to satiate my own thirst to make the world right. And if I were to die, then my daughter would be alone, and this world would be a darker place for her and for anyone else. I often think about this, and I wonder if I did the right thing. But having been hunted my whole life by people and ideas that have wanted nothing more than to kill me, claim me as a trophy on a wall, I can assure you that this is the best possible future. And it only happened when I stopped.
There's another long period of silence as Fru takes a second to kind of look around at everybody, still just having a fabulous time. Being able to let go of the drama, the trauma, and all that stuff, and just be happy. They just they step back for a second as a few tears start to streak down their face. And they're just gonna say quietly to themselves, I don't think this is what you wanted from me, Dokrin. My lady, I apologize. This was not exactly what I think either of us had in mind for our trip, and I must excuse myself. I've spoken far out of turn. I appreciate everything that you said.
She will extend one of her taloned hands behind you to block your path for a moment, as she uses a single, razor sharp blade on her other hand to lift your chin. And she looks at you with those very large snake eyes and says, I know your hunt is not over. I do not know what you have lost. All I can tell you is that one day you will have to have your hunt end, unless you wish to be a hunter your whole life.
It was my life mate as well. And my parents, and all the people in my village. I know it has to end. For the good of myself, for the good of all these people. I don't want to see them frown or to not make it. Not be by their side when they accomplish their life goals, their dreams, have their first romantic getaway, all that and more. I want nothing more than to see that. My hunt will end. I don't know when. But I know that when it does, these people are the ones that I want to see.
She just nods and flicks out her tongue and goes, there is a life after all the hate and after all the killing. Try not to lose sight of that. And she pulls her talons away from you and takes another sip from her wine as she looks at her daughter. And you see some tears form in her eyes as she pushes up her sunglasses.
Fru will see that, silently acknowledge it, and just say, I hope we all have the best of times this weekend. They're going to go back to the house and pour themselves a very tall glass of wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hide the pain.
And with that, I think we will keep the suspense as to the great sandcastle competition of 2023 for next time, as well as the many torrid gay conversations set to happen at sunset. And so I think we're going to end here a bit earlier than usual. And so I would like to say thank you for everybody for hanging out tonight. I hope all of my wonderful players had fun being the disasters I know and love about you. I know we ended a bit heavier than where we began, but, beach episodes are also about, opening your heart, not just opening your tops. If you haven't done so already, please go follow me here on Twitch. Give me a follow on YouTube as well. Follow me on Twitter, and you can join my Discord, the Eternal Citadel, and be a part of my incredible community. Also, please go check out all of the wonderful players that were just linked with that command. These people are all streamers. They're all amazing and beautiful people in their own right. We are also the entire month of February raising money for Trans Lifeline, a trans suicide prevention and support network. So if you want to check out that link, please go type an exclamation point charity into chat. Please feel free to donate, spread the word, whatever. Every little bit counts, and I appreciate everyone. And we have a Guide the Raid for your boy Oliver. It has been a long time since I've seen Oliver in action.
Yeah, I think they recently started up again, so.
Okay. Let me...
Playing some Final Fantasy 14, it looks like.
Can somebody post his Twitch for me?
Sure.
I don't have it apparently on my list right now. If you're a follower, please copy down the call to hugs. If you're a sub, please copy down the knight's message. And let us raid Oliver Oswald, a very cute purple mage that I have met in real life and is a very sweet person. And he is apparently playing the critically acclaimed MMORPG, Final Fantasy XIV, which allegedly is free up to level 60.
60, and includes the award-winning expansion pack of Heaven's Ward?
Oh my
She
god.
has been
Cool that is!
But hold on. One more joke for the road.
God.
Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Why?
They crack each other up.
Oh my god.
Hey.
I thought it was going to be they tell yolks.
And on that note, let's go raid. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Night.